name is Loshni Suryakumar. My metric number is A23A2431. So now I'm gonna give a little introduction about this case study. In order to facilitate inference and decision making, statistical data analysis entails processes including data transformation, modeling, and cleansing. This is essential for deriving useful insights from data. The data set under consideration consists of 1,338 observations, each of which represents a unique insured person. It contains variables like age, gender, BMI, number of children, smoking status, region, and annual life insurance premiums. Accordingly, dataset provides many types of benefits such as descriptive statistics, inferential statistics, relationship identification, group comparisons, formulation of policies, and allocating resources.
My name is Viviana Urelajan and my matrix number is A23A2334. I will explain how random sampling being used in this assignment. Random sampling is a technique used in statistic analysis to ensure that each dataset has an equal chance to be selected. So in our assignment, we use the random sampling to get certain cases from the given data based on the last two digits of the matrix number from our group members. To do random sampling, the last two digits based on the group members' matrix number will be extracted, which left us with the last two digits taken are 30, 56, 94, 31, and 34. From the last two digits, we will determine that the smallest number and the largest number to select case from the given data set. After that, the smallest number from the last two digits will be subtracted with 500 and we will get 470, which is 500 minus with 30. While the largest number will be added with 500 and we'll get 594 through 500 plus with 94. Using this method makes the dataset selected authentic and reliable because this step shows a detailed explanation that the approach we take is rigorous and achieve an accurate representative sample.
I am Kirubashni, metric number A23829494. So I will explain about descriptive statistic and frequencies of this case. This meaning of descriptive statistic is set of brief descriptive coefficients that summarize a given data set representative of an entire or sample population. This descriptive statistic table gives a summary of 376 individuals in the data set, including information on their age, BMI, number of the children, and charges. The age range of the participant is 18 to 64 years old with an average age of about 38.51 years. The 14.517 standard deviation suggests that there is a significant range in the individual ages. The range of value for BMI is 15.96 to 48.07 with an average of roughly 30.38. The sample's body mass measurement seems to be fairly distributed around the mean, as indicated by the 5.92 standard deviation, with a mean of 20,162.36 charges range widely from 1,137.01 to 63,770.43 Finally, the number of the children per participant range from 0 to 5 with an average of 1.05 children. The standard deviation of 1.227 indicates a moderate level of variability in the number of children among the participants. These statistically summarized highlight of diversity and variability present in the dataset across all the measurement variables. The high standard deviation reflects significant variability in the charges, pointing to substantial difference in medical costs incurred by the participant. The next one is frequency descriptive statistic. This table presents descriptive statistic based on a sample of 376 participants for three categorical variables, which is gender, smoker, and region. The first one is the gender. The gender distribution is almost evenly distributed between two categories, most likely labeled as 0 for male and 1 for female, according to the mean value of roughly 0.5133 for gender. Given that both the median and mode values are 1, it may be concluded that the majority of participants fall into the categorical designated as 1, with a range of 1 which goes from 0 to 1. The percentile indicates that 25% of the participants fall into category 1, which is male, and 75% fall into category 1, which is female. The next one is the sample as a lower prevalence for smoker, as indicated by the mean value of 0.1729 for smoker. Given that the mode and median value are both 0, it seems likely that the majority of participants do not smoke. Percentile for the 25% of individuals are smoker, whereas the bulk of the participants, 75%, are non-smoker. The lastly is the most common area code is 3, as indicated by the region's mean value of 2.4707, median of 2, and mode of 3. The percentiles show that 25% participants are in region 1, 50% in region 2, and 75% in region 3, highlighting distribution across 4 possible regions. This is the 3 descriptive frequency statistic charta pie, which is gender, smoker, and region.
My name is Kesha Vardhini and I'm from Sriram, and my matrix number is 823824556. Hypothesis testing refers to statistical method which is used to measure the population parameter using the sample data. Using the sample data, we have come out with two hypothesis statements, which is for independent t-test and also ANOVA test. For the independent t-test, the H note is there is no significant difference in BMI between gender, and then the H1 will be there is a significant difference in BMI between gender. The ANOVA test, we can see there is H naught, which is there is no significant difference in BMI and also between the region. For the H1, there is a significant difference in BMI between the region.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Noraza Batrisha Malik and my metric number is A23B1330. I will present it about the inferential statistic for the independent t-test. This independent t-test, it's used for test whether the mean BMI in the female group is greater than in the male group. It also tests the differences of dependent variables that are measured numerically between two samples and not applied data. And last but not least, this independent t-test, it's used for proving statistical test results to support the hypothesis. Before proceeding with the independent t-test, we need to check the normality of the data. And we can check this normality of the data by generate a histogram using the SPSS. If the histogram outcome is a bell-shaped graph, it shows that the data is normal. So, from the histogram that we have been generated, the outcome of the histogram is a bell-shaped graph, both for the female and the male group. And after checking the normality of the data, we can proceed with the independent t-test. You may see the histogram that will have been generated in the next slide. So this is the comparison of mean BMI between gender. The female mean is 30.45 and the standard deviation is 5.96. For the male mean is 30.63 and the standard deviation is 6.10. For the mean differences, it's negative 0.18 and for 95% confidence interval of the difference, the lower is negative 0.91 and upper is 1.27. So the p-value is 0.745. The p-value is 0.745, indicating that we cannot reject the null hypothesis because the male group has higher BMI compared to the female group. Therefore, there was no significant mean difference in the BMI between gender. So the conclusion for independent t-test analysis, we back to our hypothesis, which is the null hypothesis is there is no significant mean difference of BMI between gender. And our alternative hypothesis is there is a significant mean difference of BMI between gender. So the conclusion is we fail to reject the null hypothesis because the p-value is more than 0.05.
Analysis of variance, or we call it as ANOVA. ANOVA test refers to a statistical method where we use to compare the dependent variable and independent variable. In this assignment, we have used dependent variable, which is to test the ANOVA. We have used the dependent variable of BMI and also region as independent variable, where in the ANOVA test, we will use the independent variable, which is it should have more than two groups. So in regions, we have four groups, which is southeast, southwest, northeast, and also northwest. By using the SPSS, we can conduct this ANOVA test. So during the ANOVA test, we can conclude that Southeast has the most different. So during the test, we have concluded that we will accept H1, which means there is a significant difference in BMI and region. Why we accept the H1 and not H0? Because the p-value is less than 0.05. So under the ANOVA test, we will conduct a post hoc test, which is using the Tukey test. So by using that, we can conclude that Southeast and Southwest has most different compared to the other region.
So now we had reached the final part of the video. On the whole, the study successfully used random sampling to guarantee a representative dataset, and then it conducted a thorough statistical analysis. There was no discernible difference in the BMI of males and females. According to the independent t-test, the Southeast area had a greater BMI than other regions, according to the one-way ANOVA, which nevertheless revealed notable regional variations in BMI. These results highlight the significance of taking geographical differences into account when examining health measures such as BMI. All things considered, the exacting methodology and through statistical testing confirm the validity and dependability of the chosen sample as well as the analysis conclusion. Thank you.